Least the servants learn their identity and disclose to the world this strangest, most secret expedition in the history of American finance.
The most secret expedition in the history of American finance, man. So this thing was all done under the pretext to hide it from the people, to deceive the people, man. Because the white man is the fucking devil. So this is what he does, man. He does everything in dark, and then but right now, what's happening through the Spirit of the Lord? All His works are being brought out to the light. Go ahead, bring that out.
Psalm 64 and 8. So they shall make their own tongue to fall upon.
So, can you start at 1?
Oh, come on. Psalm 64 and 1. Hear my voice, O power, in my prayer. Preserve my life from the fear of the enemy. Hide me from the secret counsel of the wicked.
God, hide me from the secret counsel of the wicked. And this was part of that secret counsel, and it's going to get worse about what the things that they're going to try to do with this chip. Lord willing, us brothers in the truth are hid from what they're trying to do to us, Can you hold that real quick here? Revelation 3 and 10. And then you go back to that. Lord willing, that's everything that they're trying to do to us right now. To the people, the men of the Lord are saved from that, man, from the secret counsel of the wicked. Okay, go ahead.
This is Obadiah verse 6. How are the things of Esau searched out? How are his hid things sought up? And so basically, they thought that they did this in secret and nobody was going to find out. But now all this information is readily available on the internet. And then they got insiders basically exposing the the plans of the elite,
But yet you got these people out here getting tear gas and Occupy Oakland, and if you ask them about these things, they would not know a damn thing. They go out here and they're into that a whole different spirit. They think it's fun, man, to go out there and camp out when they really don't even know what they're going against, man. They don't know what's going on because they're a bunch of fucking idiots. All right, to put it bluntly. And you want Revelation?
Yeah, real quick. You can go back to Psalms.
Revelation 3 and 10?
Come on.
Revelation 3 and 10. Because thou hast kept the word of my patience, I also will keep thee from the hour of temptation, which shall come upon all the world, to try them that dwell upon the earth.
Come on. What's that temptation? Hour of temptation is the hour that, when martial law and when they institute the RFID chip, the mark of the beast. And this was all set up, man, through the secret and the secret counsel of the wicked, of Esau, man, the so-called white man. You can go back to Psalms now?
Let me finish this.
Oh, yeah, go ahead.
It says, because thou hast kept the word of my patience, I will also keep thee from the hour of temptation, which shall come upon all the world, to try them that dwell upon the earth. Behold, I come quickly. Hold that fast which thou hast, that no man take thy crown.
Yeah, and what's that? Holding fast to this truth, man, to this knowledge that we received through the Spirit of the Lord, Yahweh Shem Yahushai, and then to the elders on down to us. So if we keep this word, man, keep doing this work, Lord willing, we part of the elect, and the Most High will have mercy on us and deliver us and keep us away from concentration camps. We might go in, who knows, or the mark of the beast, That's what we're hoping for. And that's part of that secret counsel of the wicked.
Okay, back to Psalm 64 and 1. Hear my voice, O God, in my prayer. Preserve my life from fear of the enemy. Hide me from the secret counsel of the wicked, for the insurrection of the workers of iniquity.
Keep going up.
That they may shoot in secret at the perfect. Suddenly do they shoot at him, and fear not. They encourage themselves in an evil matter. They commune of laying snares privily. They say, who shall see him?
Going back to the Jekyll Island meeting, that's a snare and a trap to set up a central bank that isn't backed by anything. That was a snare. Why? To take control and advantage of the people, to orchestrate a panic, to have people have massive bank runs that cause banks to collapse, so you can present a solution that actually is really a problem, but you're presenting it to the desperate people as a solution. That's a trap, that you've set up, that is slowly being discovered about, and that's exposing you so-called white people for being the devil.
And a lot of those snares they're outputting right now is that this whole so-called movement, the Occupy movement, that's all set up, man.
Yeah,
that's a snare.
That's a Hegelian dialectic right there, which we're gonna go into. It's all set up, man.
That was all set up by by
George
Soros, and all those other high elite Edomites, right? And that's why it's all getting all kinds of coverage and support from politicians and the media now, right? And also more snares that the elite put out there are these false prophets out here that a lot of you niggas like to follow, who go out and say that the mark of the beast ain't the mark of the beast. And that's the main snare the so-called white man's putting out right now, which is that RFID microchip that he wants to put in everybody.
Gone.
I'll keep going.
Gone.
Verse 5, they encourage themselves in an evil matter. They commune of laying snares privily. They say, who shall see them? They search out iniquities. They accomplish a diligent search. Both the inward thought of every one of them and the heart is deep. But the Most High shall shoot at them with an arrow. Suddenly shall they be wounded. And that arrow is talking about the thermonuclear missiles, all right? The Most High is going to destroy you elites out there, right? All you people, all you so-called white people, you top Edomites, you so-called Jews, you're going to get destroyed by the thermonuclear fire. Verse 8, so they shall make their own tongue to fall upon themselves. All that see them shall flee away.
Con, being exposed by your own people. Alex Jones, John Todd, the list goes on, of you being exposed. And, going back, that Jekyll Island meeting was to set up the Federal Reserve Act. And brother, can you go ahead and read about the Federal Reserve Act?
Going on from the Forbes magazine. I am not romancing. I am giving to the world for the first time the real story of how the famous Aldrich currency report, the foundation of our new currency system, was written. The utmost secrecy was enjoined upon all. The public must not glean a hint of what was to be done. Senator Aldrich notified each one to go quietly into a private car of which the railroad had received orders to draw up on an unfrequented platform. Off the party set, New York's ubiquitous reporters had been foiled. Nelson Aldrich had confirmed to Henry, Frank, Paul, and Piat that he was to keep them locked up at Jekyll Island out of the rest of the world until they have evolved and compiled a scientific currency system for the United States, the real birth of the present Federal Reserve System. The plan done on Jekyll Island in the conference with Paul, Frank, and Henry Warburg is the link that binds the Aldrich system and the present system together. He, more than any one man, has made the system possible as a working reality.
And Warburg was a German, all right? And
so-called Jew.
A so-called Jew, all right? So you had a so-called big-time banker from overseas determine the financial system of this country, letting you know that the international bankers don't give a fuck about America, that they're just using this place to get what they want.
That America is just a colony, man.
Yeah.
It's still a colony to the so-called white man out in Europe, all right? They control you Americans, your government, and your military, all right? That's why you over there bombing all these countries in the Middle East and North Africa.
And your presidents are nothing but puppets for these bankers, because who signed the Federal Reserve Act into existence? Woodrow Wilson. We keep going on and on the list. The next president, he signs in the act at the Bankers Institute. Now they got Monkey Boy up there doing the same little step and jive dance that all these other presidents have done, letting you know that this whole system is bullshit and it was all set up, man. And you people at Occupy Wall Street are fucking idiots. Y'all need to start fucking the cops up, man. Stop trying to do it peacefully, because that shit isn't gonna work. We want you to start killing the cops so they can institute martial law and institute the chip so we can get the fuck out of here. So Occupy Wall Street, start you doing your job, man.
Well, all that shit really is just bring in martial law and to destroy your constitutional right to freedom of speech and your freedom, your right to assemble, the freedom of assembly. That's what that movement's all about. So they could shut that down and take you people down and put you under a curfew and martial law. All right, that's why out here in Oakland, okay, we're about a couple miles away from Oakland. Right downtown, ex-Marine got hit in the head with a tear gas canister and got judged, man. All right, so they don't give a damn they don't give a damn who you are, man. The cops could do whatever they want, and you people, man, pretty soon it's gonna be all out on you. So on you police officers, man. These people aren't gonna take it no more, man. Like that Edomite says, I'm not gonna take it anymore. That's what these Edomites are gonna be saying out there, man. They're gonna go out there and start really fucking up cops, man, doing it right. They should call up their Edomite buddies out in Greece and learn and take note, all right, and learn how to light a cop on fire via Molotov cocktail, and how to charge the police with batons, your own batons, and fuck them up, man. Because that's what's gonna happen here in America very soon.
Right quick. Second Ezra 15:16. For there shall be sedition among men, and invading one another. They shall not regard their kings nor princes, and the course of their actions shall stand in their power.
So that's the civil unrest, which that's part of the this whole lesson, man. We're at the end game of this whole thing. We're at the culmination of this plan that they've had since the beginning. So going back to the lesson.
Well, this financial system, this whole thing is going to lead to what? People rioting in the streets, man. And then after that happens, they're going to bring in the chip, man. They're going to bring in that complete martial law, and they're going to go for that cashless society. Because you stupid idiots at Occupy Wall Street, what do you guys all say? Oh, we don't want no money anymore. Yeah. We don't want money. We don't want to deal with money. Well, what is that talking about, man? That's talking about the cashless society. That's talking about your chip.
And that's the only way everybody is going to be economically equal. Mm-hmm. There ain't no damn cashless society, man.
And that's what them bums out there, what did they say, the San Francisco one they had? They had a pile of tampons, man.
Yeah.
With flies around it, man.
And human feces everywhere.
Human feces everywhere. That's you so-called white people are real disgusting, right?
So going back, can you go to just get the real quick definition on the Federal Reserve Act of 1913? Which was a result of that Jekyll Island meeting, which was the result of the Panic of 1907. So
the Federal Reserve Act on Wikipedia, it's the first paragraph. The Federal Reserve Act, Chapter 6, 38, Stat 251, enacted December 23rd, 1913. 12 U.S.C. Chapter 3 is an act of Congress that created and set up the Federal Reserve System, the central banking system of the United States of America, and granted it legal authority to issue Federal Reserve notes, now commonly known as the U.S. dollar, and the Federal Reserve notes as legal tender. The act was signed into law by Woodrow Wilson.
So it set up a central bank, and a central bank is a bank that has control over the currency of an entire nation. It has the ability to over the money supply, and it has the ability to affect the interest rates. And it's separate. The Federal Reserve System of America, central bank is separate from the government, so the government has no control of what goes on with the Federal Reserve.
It's a private bank.
Private bank, privately owned.
With investors, man, high investors, and that main investor in that bank are the Rothschilds, and that's why they said, "Give me the power to control the money supply now, and I don't need to control anything else, man."
Yeah, and the Federal Reserve Bank, even according to ESAU'S law, it's
unconstitutional.
It's unconstitutional. The only ones that can coin money is the Congress.
Power of the purse is Congress.
And then they bring it out that JFK wanted to go back.